is to test the circuit board, you know. So, but I'm not the specialist of any electronic design, you know, circuit design. I'm not the engineer, you know. So I only can teach you how to draw the shape. Okay. So first of all, if you use you can type Google, you know, Tinkercad, Tinkercad, Tinkercad. Then you will find Tinkercad, this website, right? This website, eventually you will find a lot of tutorial, a lot of 3D model, which is created by other people. It's like a gallery. It's like an online gallery already. Okay, but today, when you go back home, please select this one. Join now if you haven't registered yet. Click join now over here. Okay, and I suggest you forget the first two buttons, educator or student. You just create a personal account. Okay, create a personal account. Then sign up with email. But I also recommend you to sign in with Google if you have Google. Okay. Then you will relocate to your Google account. You know, the ready sign in with Google. That will be quicker. You know. But I'm going to log in with other account because my one already registered for ages. You know. Okay. Next week, I say I already use this software to teach students for quite a while. Okay, so it store a lot of my own drawing in the cloud. Okay, when you go back home, basically you just use Google Chrome. Okay, that would be really easy to access the interface. I'm not sure about Internet Explorer or some other Safari. I'm not sure, but definitely accessible as well. But Google Chrome doesn't cause any problem. So if you get into this interface, you can create a new design. Okay, I will upload today's recording, you know, to Moodle, so don't worry. Okay, because I'm using Evercam to record the whole screen over here. Okay, I didn't even open the camera over here. Okay, so this one is a traditional interface for many other 3D modeling. We call it system, or we call it software. Okay, usually you will have a work plan, and there is an icon over here. Okay, to use this software, basically you got menu over here. you got menu over here. If you scroll down, you got all these basic shapes. And if you click the tab over here, you will have design starters. You know, if you click that one, design starter, they got all these shapes, even more shapes. And for example, if I click numbers, angles, symbols, you know, these are all different shape. You got geometric as well. Okay, and there are still a lot of menu. You see, they update the cloud database regularly. You see, a few months ago when I log in, they didn't even have so many functions like here. You see, if you wanna create some creatures or characters for your design, you can, for example, you can drag and drop. You know, remember drag and drop, drag and drop. And here, I drag and drop. You see, I can actually move the eyes attached on the face. Okay. How to move in detail? If you click your object over here, there is a cone over here that will let you to move the object. Move the object. A cone over here, right? And if you click on certain point over here, you will actually enlarge it. Okay, but you can always come back to your original shape. Okay, basically, you can remove, you can move your object to, for example, you can quickly attach this one on the face, right? Something like this, right? This one is only like a very quick demonstration, but let me start from basic geometry first. You see, all over here, you even got chicken legs or something. You see, you got even something very similar to SpongeBob's. You know, so many template you can use for 3D printing. You know, basically the geometry over here, they are printable. They are all printable with 3D printers. Okay, and then you even got some electronic stuff. You know, if you know any electronic stuff, you got battery, you got you know, this microbit, which is a PCB board for development. You got Arduino as well. You got LED light, battery, something like that. Basically, if you know how to design electronic stuff, you can actually design a lot of things in Tinkercad. Okay, even got some feature collection. For example, you can do interior design, almost interior design like that, because it also got basic sofa and different chairs as well. Okay, even got shape generator. You can generate screw. You can generate spring. You can generate fans and rivet, a lot of stuff, you know. But we go back to basic shape first. Basic shapes. For example, the most basic one is the box, right? So let me show you how to change the parameters. Okay. Here I put two items over here. One sphere, one is a sphere, the other one is a box, right? What I want to show you is if you click this icon over here, for example, top, you will see the top, you will get the top view. Oh, what happened to this one? So much noise. Okay? If you click the top, it looks like this, which is also called aerial view. A-R-I-E-L, aerial view. You see these things from the top, right? And Ariel is the Disney cartoon, right? I mean, if you click the left over here, then you see your object from the left, okay? And you can even change this one. This one is the magic. You see? This view is what we call also graphic. Also graphic is like this. Perspective view. Perspective view. You see, it's like what we draw. Okay? Perspective view. Usually the original setting is perspective view. Okay? You can also zoom in and zoom out. And if you got a mess over here, if you got a lot of mess over here, a mess over here, and you can, for example, if you select both of them, you can target on this one only. Okay, so that's the general operation over here. Okay, I will do the demonstration continuously without stopping, you know. Here, let me talk about the detail. The detail. Okay. If I do one click of this cube, if I click certain point over here, certain square point over here, originally it's Y point, then I click it. I can actually type the number, you know, and you see it's rise up already. Okay, I can type the number, which is the size. I can already type the size of height. Also, width and length. Okay, eventually it likes this. Okay, you can actually adjust it like this. Okay, of course you can click on this point with your left button of the mouse, and then eventually you can zoom in. You can scale up with unlimited direction. Okay, but if you wanna, you know, let me you can also use Control Z, and then Control Z twice, 3 times, 4 times, and you see it become the original cube, right? You can also use this one, undo, as well, exactly. Okay, redo is Control Y. You see it got quick access over here, right? And that's the interface, right? But if I wanna enlarge it with the same ratio, what should I do? See, you do one click and you find this lock over here. log editing, you can, it's freeze already, right? But what I mean, if you want to enlarge it with the same ratio, what should you do? Okay. Click shift, and click your button on that point together. Continue to press the shift together with your left button of the mouse. You can enlarge the object with the same ratio. Remember, okay? So eventually you will know how to do it, right? Next, let's talk about rotation. Okay, I'm not talking about to rotate the datum plane, the work plane. I'm talking about rotating the object. Okay, you will see here, right? Here some rotational angle, rotational arrow over here. Okay. Then if you click this one, right, you can rotate the objects. One turn is like 22.5 degree. Okay. Right. And eventually you can rotate with, for example, like 45 degrees, something like that. But also, if you use mouse cursor point on this 45 box over here, you can still change it to any angle you want. Okay, then it becomes 30 degree like this. Okay. So, let's something in the beginning. You know, you have to practice at home. Okay. You see, you either can shrink it, you can eventually you tilt it already, right? By playing all this angle. Okay, just remember, if you want to change these objects, enlarge this object or shrink this object with the same ratio, don't forget to press shift at the same time. Okay. So let me talk about the menu itself. If I click this object, you know, you will see this menu over here. You know, this software is really powerful and really interesting. You know, why? I show you. You can actually make a Minecraft, you know, like this. These are Minecraft, and also even Lego. You see how fun it is, right? Then come back to the original one, like this. Okay, there are some other interface over here, right, to make it like Minecraft in a game, right? And also Lego in reality. Okay. So what else? We just talk about the menu over here. If I click this menu, initially you can change the radius, you know, and what will happen? This generates some radius in the edge, okay, and it becomes smoother, and more rounded. So So actually, you can design quite beautiful things. You know, for example, if you wanna create a soap mold, a mold for a soap. You know, I know some of you maybe know how to produce soap at home with some oil and some other fragrances. You know, put them together and put inside the mold. Eventually, you got a soap. But we can actually use Tinkercad to create the mold. All right, and that's the radius. The other one is steps. Steps. You see, if these steps related to the resolution when you are doing 3D printing, when you export it into either 3D printing or virtual reality. Okay, if you got more steps, the surface will become smoother. Okay, if you got very less, only a few steps, it looks more like a diamond, and eventually looks really ugly. Okay, something like that. And when you print out, it's just exactly like this when you do 3D printing. So usually, if you want to create something smoother, you make the step slightly larger. But in computer, right, this object, if you got a lot of steps over here, actually, if you export this object into a file, into a digital file, then the size will be quite large. You know, I mean, for example, maybe this cube, this box is like 20 mega or 30 mega. Okay, but if the step is very small, maybe only 500K or something like that. Okay, so it's the geometry inside the computer calculating system. All right. So yes, of course, you can directly adjust the length, width, and height, something like that. Okay, you can rotate it. You see, something like that. Okay. Let me rotate. Let me select one basic shape and then redo again. I'm going to show you some other stuff. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to show you is the icon over here. The icon over here. Okay, first of all, you select both objects. You know, you can use a screen selection. For example, you drag your mouse and drag out a rectangle, you know, to select both of them. You know, you select both of them. You can also by click and then press shift. Add up one by one. Okay, for example, if I got one more object over here, for example, like here, okay, I can select both, three of them all together by this one, right? But sometimes it's in a mess, right? For example, like this, but I want this one, and this one. What should I do? I select first one here, I press shift, and then I press shift again to click it. Then I select these three of them. I don't select this one. Okay? So, but what I should do, what I'm going to do right now, if I select this one and this one, so you will see, you see, they got some other icons comes up. First of all, I select this align, ALIGN, align over here. align, if you align, press align, you will ask you, say, which one is your aligning point, right? If I click aligning point over here, then this one align from here, right? If I press align from here, then they merge together. You see the sphere is actually enclosed inside the cube already, right? So basically two-step align. Maybe you can align from different angle. Let's try. Okay. There's one thing I'm going to show you. Okay. For example, if I align from here, I lift it up a little bit, and then I align again. Don't align by hand. Don't just align by this. It will be really unprecise. Okay. Let me finish another one, okay? And you can take a break slightly earlier, slightly later, okay? You see this one, right? I press it down a little bit, right? And you see they are not centered, right? Let me look at this important step. The most important step for Tinkercad 3D modeling is now. Please listen. Okay, this one is really important. You see these two objects, they are touched. You know, they got overlap inside, right? What I gonna do is I use this sphere to cut away the cube a little bit. Okay, so first of all, you select the sphere over here and select the hole. It becomes like this, which means one object got two presents, two mode. One is solid mode, the other one is a hole. So this time I change it to a hole. Okay, so can you see? Actually, you are going to use this sphere to cut the cube, right? But not finished yet. The second step is you select them together and use this icon, which is Control G. Also, you press this icon is the group. What happened? You see, I got a cutout over here, but you can see it's not actually centered. So probably I forgot one step. Okay, but you can always ungroup and also undo. Okay, so let's take a break. Okay, here I will demonstrate again. Okay, take a break. Come back in 10 minutes. Okay, and after that I'm going to check the attendance. All right. please take a break. Okay. Let me align them together. Use align. Initially, select the middle point, and then select the other middle point over here. Okay, you will see actually they align from two axes already, two direction. And what I'm gonna do is to create cutout with sphere. So remember, select hole over here, and then select then both of them, and then group. See, so it cut out very beautifully like this. Okay, so just as I say, if you click again, if you wanna redo it again, then you can select the other icon which is ungroup, then it becomes something like this. So now I want it group again. Okay. So you got something like this. Okay. On the other hand, for example, I create a cylinder and also a sphere, right? Let me check if they are in the same size. 20 millimeter. Okay, remember, most 3D modeling system, they got millimeter as the basic unit. Usually we use millimeter, but for example, in the future, if you are going to design something larger, for example, a furniture or something, you can change it to, for example, like centimeter, or even larger things like you construct a huge pipe for a factory or something, then you use millimeter, but it's not common. Okay, but what I mean is, you see, sometimes you use some other software, for example, like Pro Engineer or Rhino. I introduce you. Maybe I can also introduce you what's Rhino and Pro Engineer. And also, there is a software called OnShape. Another online software called OnShape, ONSHAPE, also free for access, and it is even more powerful than Tinkercad. Okay, if you use some other software, occasionally you might change your measurement, your unit system into, what's the other unit system? Inch, right? Inch. Okay. But usually we use MKS system. Okay, the other system they use inch, which is American system. Okay, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. Okay, 2.54 centimeter. Okay, but usually we don't use inch in Taiwan. Quite rare. Okay, so look at this one, right? We got a cutout with hole, but if both of them are solid, right? As usual, I try to align them together. I try to align them together. Click align, select both of them. First direction, align here. You see, if you look at the top view, they are aligned. And if you click this one, both direction they are aligned, right? But again, you know, I want to lift up a little bit. Maybe some. I press about 10. Okay. Then let me align them together again. First, align them together, and it looks like this, right? Don't forget, if you want they merge together, become one object, please still select both of them and group them. Okay, then it becomes something like this. Okay, so previously you got a cutout, now you got a pile up, you got a merge. Okay, that's called Boolean in computer software, you know. So, in addition to this, you also got some other function. For example, if I rotate this one, right? If I rotate this one into 90 degree, what else? I can actually mirror, and it changed to the other direction, you know, mirror. Okay, and you can use Control C and Control V. Okay, you can multiply it. You can, for example, you change the direction and become something like this, right? Okay, and what else? What else? Let me think about it. There are actually a lot of functions, you know. This one, this icon over here, duplicate and repeat. Duplicate and repeat. If you click this one, then you got another one. Okay. And what else? Toggle nodes visibility, shift and N. Basically, that's to create some nodes or something. I mean, we are not only do something like this. I'm going to show you something even more interesting. Not only like this. Although here, right, you still got a lot of stuff to explore. For example, if you got a star shape over here, you can change the peaks. You know, you can, by scoring these points over here, you can change how many peaks of the star. Okay, and inner radius. You see, you can adjust the inner radius as well, right? But not all. You see, not all the shape they got advanced menu. You know, something like this. It's just a quick template, but you will explore a lot. There are still a lot of things you can actually adjust the parameter. You see, this one is like an umbrella. Eventually, if you adjust it, then it can be an umbrella shape, right? And of course, you got some other menus, and you can create something. You can create a doll, a small doll. You can create a lot of stuff, by directly assemble them and then group them together. Okay, but I'm going to show you something else. Okay, let me delete. Let me clean all the table. Clean it by this one. Okay, I'm going to show you something else, which is quite interesting. Go to a website. Oh, before that, let me show you other. There is one more function I'm going to show you. It's this one. This one. Scribble. Scribble over here. Okay, if you drag and drop Scribble over here, then you can actually write something. See, you can write something. You can write, and you can use rubber to clean it. You can also draw a shape. Draw a shape over here. But you don't make a mess. Okay, it's a mess right now. This one is to cut. This one is to add up. Okay, something like that. You see, you will get a three-dimensional stuff like this eventually. Okay, eventually. But I'm going to tell you something related. Let's go to Google and we type free SVG, free SVG, free SVG. You will get free SVG website, like here. Okay, here. Free SVG. You can search for SVG file. SVG image is actually what we call vector drawing. VECTOR. Okay. Vector drawing is a kind of drawing we can produce with some software like, for example, Adobe Illustrator. Okay. But with the access of this website, you can find something existing, for free. For example, if I use finger, I find finger. Oh, wrong typing. FINGER. Finger. You see, I got so many fingers over here, right? I got so many fingers over here. And let me find something more. Let me find some finger which is more pleasing, more good looking. I select two of them. One is this one then. How about this one? Okay. And then download SVG. Download this on desktop. Okay. Let me find the other one. How about this one? Okay. Oh, this one. You see, the format is vector drawing, right? and it goes to Shutterstock. Shutterstock is another image database, but maybe you have to log in. But probably you will give you 1 month free. Okay, but I'm not using it. If you click some icon inside Shutterstock, then maybe you can select all the files. Okay, let me select the other finger. Have a look. How about I just randomly select something like this. Okay, download it. Download 2 SVG files over here. Okay, and then go back to our Tinkercad interface. Here, what we can do is click this import. Import. You see, import shapes. You can drag and drop a 2D, two-dimensional or three-dimensional file here. Now, big vector drawing, SVG file, they are 2D file. Okay, so I choose a file from my desktop. The first one is this one, and I import. Wow, so big. So it's a cut. It's a cutout. You can do some comparison. Let me import the other one. How about this one? Import. Right? It becomes the other one. One is a cutout. The other one is an extrusion. You know, usually we call it extrusion. You extrude from one shape into a thickness. That is called extrusion. Okay? So basically, when you are going to design a new product, you want to get something free. You know, you don't know how to use Adobe Illustrator yet, but you still can find something similar and something you want to use. The shape from, what did I say, freesvg.org, this website. Download the SVG file, import it over here, then you can, you see, adjust the thickness on your own, right? You can also change the thickness. You can also change the thickness on your own, right? For example, make it like 5, right? But if you say, oh, I don't want this bit, I don't want this bit, you know, there are some 3 little extrusion over here. What should you do? What would you do? You could take something over here, right? And make a hole like here, right? And what would you do? See, group them together, then you trim out something. Trim out, T-R-I-N. You can use this one for trimming out something by using the other physical object as a whole to group them together. Okay? So eventually, I will give you some other small little assignment before we do 3D printing, but this assignment, I will give it as a group assignment. Okay, you just deliver one small object, and then as a group, okay, and then we print it out. Each group produce one small object. Maybe your team badge or team logo design. Okay, something like that. But not yet for the product yet. Okay. So what else? We still got something. Let me finish everything for Tinkercad from this lecture. Okay, we still got 25 minutes. I still got something I can tell you. Okay. Just as I say, you see, this kind of shape, right? This kind of shape, you could make it like blocks, and then it becomes something like this, right? Very big, right? Depends on different degree, you see. If you give more detail, then inside Minecraft, I'm sure maybe some of you play Minecraft. I never played it. When I was young, I played something similar, but now Minecraft become very powerful. You see, I heard there was a news. There is a news. Some people actually built a library inside Minecraft. A library, but they put some books. These books inside the library, they are actually abandoned from their government, from different government, So that library is a very special library to show abandoned books. Okay, more political abandoned books. Okay, so you see, if you use Minecraft, you can actually convert your drawing over here. Okay, and you can also convert this one into Lego bricks like this, right? Lego bricks like this. I will show you another software, another free software to create something else, And with these tools, you will be able to produce new product concept in our group assignment. Okay. We still got another software I'm going to show you in the other tutorial, but not today. Okay. But I'm going to finish this tutorial by the last step. Here are 3 other buttons: import, export, and send to, right? Of course, send to people's apps, right? You can actually, if you are, you can download it. You can send this file to other software, which is Autodesk Fusion 360. This Tinkercad software, online clouds 3D modeling system, is actually owned by the largest software company in the US. Autodesk company. But Autodesk, they also provide a lot of professional 3D modeling software or 2D drawing software. For example, like AutoCAD. You know AutoCAD, right? And 3D software is Fusion 360. And some of you know animation software like Maya, okay, or 3D Max. They are all animation software. Actually, you guys are still students, right? So if you go to Google, check Autodesk student, you will get the license to install almost all the software from Autodesk, install them on your computer and use them for 3 years for free. Okay, so since you guys are students, you have the great opportunity to learn Autodesk software by yourself, right? For me, I have to pay as well. Okay. Okay. So, you can also share to other 3D community and service. For example, share to Google Classroom. I have no idea about this Google Classroom. Never used it before. Maybe I should try. But Thingiverse. This one I'm going to introduce this one Thingiverse later when we start to do tutorial of 3D printer. I will introduce Thingiverse as well. It's a website for many people to download. Okay. Actually, we can do it now. Okay. Thingiverse. For example, Thingiverse. Thingiverse is also a website supported by, as I remember, probably MacBot, right? You see, if I go to MacBot, Thingiverse, MacBot is a company producing 3D printing machine, 3D printers. I got 3 MacBots in my lab. Okay, I got 3 MacBots. But what you can do is, for example, I actually like this F-14 jet fighter. You know, what's the name of F-14? It's actually a movie played by Tom Cruise, F-14, Top Gun, long time ago. Okay, recently I think they are going to launch the second Top Gun very soon, but Tom Cruise is really old right now. Okay, F-14, the name of F-14 air fighter is also called Panda. Okay, but I have no idea how it looks like Panda anyway. Okay, but you can download the file. Let me download the file and for you to have a look. You see, you can download the file F-14 and you unzip it. Over here, extract it. And you can actually, what you can do in Tinkercad, you can actually import the 3D file as well. Not only 2D file like SVG. You see, F-14, let me select one smallest file. Maybe this one. Okay, import it. And it will take a while for importing. Okay, let's just wait and see what will happen eventually. Imported, you see, there is something black over here. The black F-14, you know, let me reverse it. So you see, actually, you can actually import something is done in Tinkercad on your Tinkercad workspace. Okay, let's import. Okay, let's talk about export. Export, I just say you can export it to 3D print. You know, these are sometimes if your computer connected to MacBot, then you can one click to connect it to MacBot's software. You know, we talk about this later. The last step I'm going to introduce you is if you are going to export the object for 3D printing, then select, usually we select OBJ file, .obj or .stl file. Usually we use STL file. And you see there are 2 selections. One is everything in the design. The other one is the selected shape. Okay. Then please remember, I prefer you directly select this one certain object and then select the selected shape. Then STL. Okay, so you will export one thing, one 3D object, which is in a file name of STL file. If you got this STL file, you will be able to bring this file to any other 3D printer for printing out. Okay? For example, the 3D file, if you double click, Windows also got the 3D viewer over here. So you will see the object like this. Okay? The other day, I will show you how to operate 3D printer. Probably we go to my lab. Okay. Export. Let's export. Basically, export, you can also export it for .svg for laser cutting. So it will slice your object into several layers for laser cutting. Okay.